It's Christmas time!
It's Christmas!
There's no need to be afraid, Craig.
There is no need to be afraid.
At Christmas time, we let in light and banish shade.
Well, as you do. Don't let the bells in.
And in our world of plenty, we can spread a smile of joy.
Throw your arms around the world, everybody, because it's Christmas time. Welcome to the Christmas podcast.
Welcome to the bottom of the garden. Williams and Mr. Hodgkiss, and we've got two special guests.
We have, but you're going to have to carry on listening if you want to meet our lovely special guests.
Are we doing the special guests now or after the after the pond?
We'll make the listeners wait for those special. They are special guests, and special people deserve to be waited for. So, I think we should dive into the pond of feedback on this.
Dive into the pond. No rods, just diving straight in. Not grabbing your rod, just stripping off, diving right into the pond.
Well, you can't actually dive into the pond today, Welland. It's frozen over. It's bloody freezing out there.
Get your skates on. Let's go. Let's go to the pond of feedback.
Sorry, that's my 40-a-day habit kicking in here. It is that time of the year when everyone's sick as well. So I've got the hopefully Welland is coming through. I've got my Phoebe from Friends voice on. My sticky shoes. My icky wicky sticky shoes voice. So hopefully it's coming through loud and clear. But don't worry, fans. I'm okay. I'm surviving. Don't like to moan about it. But yeah, we should go down to the skate at the bottom of the guidelines, but make sure you wear hat, gloves. Layers is key. Let's get down there.
Wow, we've got at least 4 new listeners.
My goodness. It's Christmas come early.
We've got one from Cheltenham in Gloucestershire.
Oh, very nice.
One from Lexington in Kentucky.
Kentucky is in the actual Kentucky.
As in the fried chicken. In fried chicken country, yeah. Head of Westport, which is Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, okay.
And I think this is in Philippines, but do correct me if I'm wrong. A listener from Bacolod City, province of Negros Occidental.
Wow. Who'd have thought it? Now, I work with a guy from Cebu City in the Philippines, so when he said the Philippines, I thought, that's definitely someone I work with. But no, not from that place you said there. What, I can't remember.
Bacolod City, province of Negros Occidental.
Well, we apologise if we have murdered and desiccated how that's meant to... Decimated how that was meant to be...
Welcome to those new listeners.
Welcome. It's Christmas, so we're all a bit merry. We've been having a few sherries, pulling some crackers.
It's the gnomes Christmas party drinks.
I hope we're going to put some music in the background over this. We should have had some music. Actually, we should have had. I don't know.
There'll be some music going. Yeah, we're dancing and everything.
People dancing.
A bit of listener feedback. So we've had one listener that did write in and did mention about the quiz that we had, where we said about the World Cups, who was the first to score in 5 World Cups, and the answer was...
Well, I thought it was Ronaldo. Are you going to tell me I was wrong?
No, it was Marta Vieira da Silva. Cristiano Ronaldo was the first male.
Oh, very good.
Footballer to score in 5 World Cups.
I did not know that. That's incredible. Great show.
Yeah, so this little article I've got here said, following widespread misconceptions that Cristiano Ronaldo was the first player to score in 5 World Cups, Marta Vieira da Silva has become a well-known name. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't the first player to score in 5 separate World Cups after he converted a penalty in the 65th minute of Portugal versus Ghana. Marta Vieira da Silva, a Brazilian female football player.
Very good.
In 2019.
Well, thank you for that. That is proper feedback, and we appreciate that.
Yes. And then in other feedback, to add to your rhino in a vase suggestion, we've had hamster in an egg cup.
Oh, that would be cute, yeah.
And a baby donkey in a wheelbarrow.
A baby donkey in a wheelbarrow. That's the alternative Christmas, right?
So, Yeah.
Instead of
Baby
Mary and Joseph ride a
baby donkey,
the donkey rode
baby
a
donkey
wheelbarrow.
in a wheelbarrow.
I must confess, time has been against us. Sickness has been against us, so I haven't actually had time to go on to any AI software in the last couple of weeks since we did that pod, and yeah, so I can only apologise for not sharing any pictures, but it is on the to-do list. Maybe over Christmas when we have a break, I will spend an afternoon with you, Williams.
So explain, Craig. So for our new listeners out there, people who haven't actually listened to our podcast.
Oh, so you want to refresher on what we talked about last time?
Could you explain to people?
Generally for those new listeners who are interested, this is called First Look Gnomes. We take my friend Cornish Dan and myself take a first look at something. It could be anything. It's usually nonsense. It's just an excuse for us to get together, have a chat, and hopefully give you something enjoyable. Drink a beer or three, or a Bailey's as it's Christmas, and chat nonsense. Last time on the pod, Dan introduced us to the world of bunnies in cups, which was exactly what you think it may be. It was cute little bunnies put into teacups and taken pictures of, and giving you all the feels of warmth, joy, happiness. And we went on a tangent about what else you could pair up, and would it give you the same effect. We had planned to do a few of these images and test them on our special guests to see if they gave them all the warm feels, but yes, we're a bit useless and it hasn't happened, so you'll have to use your imaginations. But one day,
or go and download episode 4 and have a read of that episode. Listen to that episode, and in January maybe we'll have a little look at the AI.
We will indeed. I mean, it's always that's the beauty of podcasts. They're there for forever. But they're not on a timescale. They're there, and you can go and listen to them, and hopefully you enjoy them, listeners.
And one listener said, "Is Mr. Hodgkiss hoping for a tangerine in his stocking?"
A tangerine in my stocking? I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping for possibly more than that. I am confused as to why somebody would want to know if I want a tangerine. Is it because I like oranges this time of year?
I think it's your tangent comment before.
That would make sense. I can only apologise for sometimes not being the sharpest tool in the box and being a bit late and slow on the uptake. But you know, I would say I'm pretty at least. But you can't see me, so you can't judge if I am or not. But
yeah, so there we go. That was the pond of feedback.
Very good. Thank you for all the feedback. Keep it coming. We hope you enjoy listening.
Don't forget to subscribe, review, 5-star, listen, like, follow.
You actually do have to listen as well to review. I went on Spotify to try and leave a review, having not listened to the podcasts, and it told me no, you have to listen to them. So you know.
So it's the Christmas special, Greg. We've got some special guests joining us for the Gnome Christmas drinks.
We do indeed. I'll let you.
Do you want to introduce them, or should I introduce them? Oh, well, first of all, I guess introduce the fiance. That's where you come in, fiance. And say,
fiance. Also known as.
Enjoying that. Also known
What's your real name, fiance?
I'm quite happy to stick with Williams' fiance. Or future Mrs. Williams will do, but Georgie.
Yeah, future Mrs. Williams, fiance.
Georgie, if you want to be less formal.
There we go, Georgie, fiance, Mrs.
And then
Williams.
also we've got you would have heard of her in episode 1 when Craig was referring to get the marigolds on.
Yeah. Bob, could you come and get this kidney stone out the bog?
It's Leslie.
Hey!
And what a delightful job that was.
Yeah. Told you somebody loved me.
Someone has to.
Somebody has to. That's true.
Welcome to the bottom of the garden.
Yes, hello,
Nice down
ladies.
here.
Hello, wives and fiancés.
Hello, it's nice down here.
Yeah, it's lovely. So, yeah, I'm LA, also known as Leslie Ann. And yeah, I'm a big fan
What's your favourite episode?
Not, yeah. This one?
This one? The only one you've ever listened to?
Big fan of all those involved.
Big fan.
Definitely
Big fan.
committed to planning to listen.
Very good. Well, you know, it is the time of New Year's resolutions coming up, so that can be your resolution.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Once I've talked about my first look, then you'll understand why I don't have a lot of time to listen to podcasts.
Down at the bottom of the... She's going to take us to a real place. Real place.
Unfortunately, when I say I'm a big fan, I genuinely am probably First Look Gnomes' #1 fan. I absolutely love it, and it's one of my favourite hour and a bits of the month. I love it.
Thank you. Well, we're glad you enjoy it.
I mean, most of the time when you're recording it, I am in the same room as you, so I kind of hear the recording. So I don't always have to listen back to it. I get most of the content firsthand. So,
well, I usually record in the kitchen.
What I've heard is really good.
You're not doing anything for feminism there, saying that you're always in the same room as me and they're being in the kitchen.
You can't hear. Listen, it's my bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's very true. She listens to half of the podcast, and I think most people would agree it's the worst half.
That's the good bit. Yeah. So we move on to some first looks. So I've not really prepared, so I've only got a couple mini first looks.
I don't know the listeners you haven't prepared.
I'm holding out for our guests, to be honest. So my first look, I've got a new Christmas jumper today.
Oh, okay. Well, Jeff, for the listeners, just to realise, when we do this, we can all see each other on cameras. So we haven't been able to see Dan yet because he refused to put his camera on because of his new Christmas jumper. So I'm expecting...
That's the only... I mean, it's not that exciting, but it's the only sort of...
I assumed it was going to be something quite comedy. Let's...
No,
should we take a first
not
look?
really, no. Yeah, let's have a little
See
look.
if you get the joke, basically.
Shall we?
Bamboozle from Teletext.
Yes! Thank you, Craig.
Very good. Bamboozle. Wow.
I think it's got Bamboozle, wasn't it?
Bamboozle, yeah. When you were...
Yeah, and the Boozler family.
Oh, that's a brilliant Christmas jumper.
Give him a twirl.
we had
Show him
to,
the whole shebang.
Oh, I'm all connected.
Oh, yeah.
We'll give a little...
That's a classic.
I like it.
I might go as far as to say that might be the best Christmas jumper I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you very much.
Must be a
very nice.
generational
We
thing.
We had a little Christmas thing at work today, and I was wearing it, and quite a few of the employees are younger than me. And I said, does anyone know who this is? No.
They're like, is it a Homer Simpson?
So then I had to explain what it was and what teletext was, and how I used to watch the football scores pop up on the refresh screen, and
Brilliant.
and how you used to be able to book holidays via teletext.
It was the
CFAX as
future,
well. No.
and it's now the past. But it was
Just for
brilliant.
the record, I didn't know who he was either.
You didn't know who he was.
Well, you're a young whippersnapper. That's
What's
right.
that?
I don't know who he is either.
Oh,
You don't know who he's either. Oh, my goodness!
yes, yeah.
And you're the oldest out of all of us.
Do you think that's because
Alright.
we weren't watching teletext because we didn't care about football scores?
You probably had lives, yeah. Oh, teletext was great though. So
Or actual TV.
proper TV, yeah.
Just actual
What
normal
what
TV.
age are we talking here, please, guys?
I would have been 10, William. So yeah, we'd have been about 10, wouldn't we? 11.
I mean, well, it's around for a while, but very much before Sky Sports kicked off. But yeah, probably 10-ish.
I
remember
would
going
have
to
been
my
playing
nan's.
with dollies.
Yeah, I wouldn't be playing with dollies. This was
I
definitely
would've.
because you when you were 10.
Well, no, because I'm not the same age as
No,
you.
Georgie's...
Oh yes, you're younger.
Georgie's
Yeah,
younger.
you're one of the
She's a young
youths.
whippersnapper.
Yes, you've gone for an older man. You've gone for the Richard Gere, and you're the Julia Roberts.
Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute.
Without the prostitution.
What was Julia Roberts?
Yeah, no, I don't. It was true love. That's what it was, Williams. True
I said
love.
I was from Essex. I didn't say I had a different profession.
Yes, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant in terms of
Backtrack.
backtrack. Context.
So
Anyway,
are there a lot of holes at the bottom of the garden, Craig?
yeah, I think if you want daily. Yeah, daily basis. Yeah, there's.
I wonder where you were going with that. to be honest.
I'm pretty much never out of a hole. But anyway, let's talk about Bamboozle. I didn't mean that either. I didn't mean that to sound rude. I I meant digging myself holes. I've never out of those holes that I've dug. Not
Get your editing tool out, Daniel.
yes.
Oh,
Got
dear.
that. So, Bamboozle, as I remember I have good memories of Bamboozle. I specifically remember going to my nan's in Wolverhampton, and we didn't have teletext on our big telly at home, but Nan did have teletext, so we used to go there, and it was just good fun, because every day you did the daily Bamboozle quiz, and if you got it wrong, so there's 4 options, red, yellow, blue, or green, and if you didn't know the question and you pressed red and red was the wrong answer, you had to wait so long for it to come through and load and tell you got it wrong. And then when it loaded, you had to go back to the start, so you had to remember the other answers. So 10 questions would take about 30 minutes. But it was what kept us entertained back in the day.
Oh, simpler times.
How did the gnome pimp look after the garden
I know.
with his garden hose? Sorry.
You're just going to
like
pepper those in throughout the pod.
Yeah, might do actually.
Very nice. That's a good idea.
like
We'll
that.
just pepper some Christmas jokes. Christmas cracker.
Fiance, do you want to do I think you might have 2 little first
Well,
looks.
I've kind of combined. I've been on Canva and combined the 2.
Oh,
So I will send you something to the group.
you've been on Canva.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not that impressive. It wasn't one that I paid for, so it's still got the what's it called, like the watermark in the background.
You know, me and Craig were discussing Canva last episode and how people are losing money.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
just
I couldn't employ Craig to create my first look, could I?
You could have.
Well, no, because then you'd have known the look anyway. I'd like
that's
to
true.
introduce you to explain what you can see, chaps, and LA.
Oh, what have you done? so
Tell the group.
well, it's a T-Rex in a Christmas jumper.
Yeah. Would you like me to explain what you're looking at?
Yes,
Well,
please.
we explain it, and then you can explain the reason behind it. Because the
I
listeners
didn't-
need to understand. Because I have not a clue what that is.
Okay, I will explain. What you are looking at, listeners, what they are looking at is the T-Rex, who is a resident animatronic T-Rex in the
Natural History Museum.
History Museum in London. And they have genuinely, I did not create this. The Natural History Museum in London have put a Christmas jumper on their T-Rex for shits and giggles.
So they've actually made. Oh,
Yeah. So I didn't put the jumper on the T-Rex. They put the jumper on the T-Rex. And it
I thought this
just,
was like AI art again.
no, that's a
No,
real thing.
this is reality, Craig. We're back to reality.
I wanted to bring you
This
back
is an
to the
actual
real
knitted
world.
jumper.
Somebody has knitted a jumper for a T-Rex. And it just made me quite happy because of his little arms.
That's impressive.
It does fit really well, doesn't it?
His little arms. I'm doing the
little
little
arm coming
arms for the listeners. The little arms. They just
Do
love
you
him
not think
so
he looks
much.
like he's smiling as well? Like, I love my jumper.
He does look proper. Yeah. I'm not going to eat anyone today because I've got my Christmas jumper on.
I hope it's made of good
That's actually
material,
quite
because if it's
impressive.
itchy, he's absolutely fucked.
Scratch with his Christmas jumper. So I do apologise for
jumper.
I feel like I jumped on Dan's Christmas jumper wagon slightly, but it just made me so happy that somebody has done that. And I just can imagine all the little kids going around the Natural History Museum going, oh, wow, oh, Mum, I didn't know that back in the Jurassic time, the T-Rexes, they wore jumpers.
It is very cool. You'd be very happy if you saw that, if you were walking around. Yeah, it would give you a giggle.
It brought me so much joy when I saw it on a
Someone would have spent
scroll.
ages knitting that.
Yeah, well, they probably, yeah. I can't
Imagine if that
imagine
was
they
your brief
bought
as
one.
well. Imagine like in October. Excuse me, I'm just ringing up to make an inquiry. Yes. What can we do for you? We need a Christmas jumper for a T-Rex.
I'm sorry, what now?
Have I been in a car crash? I'd rather have one of those. Stop pulling my leg.
Is that large, XL, double XL, triple XL?
Yeah. It did, but with tiny arms.
Yeah.
Triple XL, tiny arms. Tiny arms. And the other thing that you may notice in the image that I've created, as well as the Christmassy wreath, there's some writing on there. Would anyone care
I can answer that,
to
but I'll
take a read?
Let LA answer. I think she knows language
Well, you
better.
could read it out, and then they can tell you what it means.
She knows language.
She knows language better.
She's good at words, is she?
It says Nadalik Lowen. Nadalik.
Nadelic. Nadelic Lowen. Anyone hazard a guess as to what Nadelic Lowen could mean, everybody? Nadelic Lowen, not Rafael Nadal.
I could potentially give
Is it Merry Christmas?
half a clue.
Is it Merry Christmas in a different language?
It is Merry Christmas. Would you like to guess the language?
Cornish.
What was that, Ellen?
Cornish.
Cornish? I just thought, seeing as a certain gnome on this podcast spends his time trying to do an impression of a Cornish person and actually sounding like some dodgy Suffolk farmer,
Which one are you referring to?
maybe he would like to learn. The one that's not Cornish. I thought maybe you'd like to learn some actual Cornish language. So there you are. Nadelic Lowen is Merry Christmas.
How do you say it like a real Cornish man, Georgie? It sounds very... It doesn't even sound Cornish at all. Don't be like, Nadelic Lowen. You got to put more like emphasis. You got to sound more drunk. Oh no, Nadelic Lowen, you are. Oh no, Nadelic Lowen. Put some real Cornish flavour on it.
Now, I realise I'm an outsider here, Craig, but you don't sound Cornish,
in my head, I
babe.
That's all that matters.
And that's all that
Stereotypes
matters.
exist for a reason.
So LA might be surprised to hear that roughly 10 to 20 people in the world listen to this podcast. They choose to
20
listen to
people.
this. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
choose to listen to this podcast.
Just to add a caveat, that might just be 2 people listening to it 10 times on loop.
Over and over again. Yeah. But it's that good.
It's this highbrow content that keeps them coming back for more.
Oh, they've got to listen.
Thank you, Massachusetts. Thank you, Chicago.
Exactly.
Thank you, that place in the Philippines.
Cheltenham.
Kentucky and not Cebu City, the other one.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was very interesting.
Anyway, that was my first look, everybody. It's a combination of the Cornish language and a T-Rex and a Christmas jumper, wasn't it?
Pretty solid first look, not going to lie.
Solid.
Thanks very much. I did feel the pressure. I've got to be honest.
Leslie Ann, would you like to give us a first look?
I will. Apologies for anyone that can hear a noise in the background. Our small pug is having some sort of issue with something and is complaining heartily. Yeah. So, yeah, he is. He's just barking at the back of the door because he's unhappy about something. He's not unsafe or
In
anything.
his reflection.
No, it's 10 o'clock. What happens is, our dog at 10 o'clock, he gruffs to go to bed. He goes to the door, he's like...
They like routine.
Rough. And he's like,
Yeah.
it's bedtime. He does like routine, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
As
and
does
he's
the
already
same.
been out to the garden, so
About-
he's
about
done
an
that
hour
little
earlier.
stroll around the garden and started the midnight bark, and now it's time for bed.
Yeah.
No,
Russell's welcome down to the bottom of the garden on our podcast anytime he wants.
Yeah. Next special guest.
he's mad about water though, so he might jump in the pond and cause a whole lot of havoc. So
We did,
Could you put him in a little
he does have a little Christmas bandana on at the minute, courtesy of his groomer. He was groomed last weekend. He's got a lovely little red bandana on. He looks like something out of Dexy's Midnight Runners. But, yeah, he loves it.
very
Yeah.
so will you regard us with your
my
pod?
first
With your
look.
first look?
My first look is something that is very important to me at the minute, at this time, this year. I don't actually have anything to show you, so you can't actually look at it, other than myself and people, people listening to the podcast won't be able to see it anyway. But my first look is actually looking at Strike. Yes, because
Oh.
on the 15th and 20th of December 2022, the RCN will lead its members out in a national strike, covering the whole of the UK for the first time in its over 100-year history. Because...
Is it?
Yeah, because healthcare has had enough.
And I don't blame it.
So, yes, that was my first look. I will be partaking in said strike on the 15th and 20th of December. So, and it's the first time I've ever been involved in anything like this. So I thought, it's a good first
talk our
look.
listeners through how a strike works. I don't actually know what a strike works.
So within healthcare, it's a little bit different because obviously we can't just all get up and leave. There are still sick people that need to be looked after, so we have to keep them safe. Not enough of you already. How is whatever's left leaving going to help anybody? But it's strike is always the last option. And you have to make a stand at some point, and we have to do it as safely as we can. And if we don't do anything, it's never going to get any better. The agreed safe ratios of staffing on a ward should be either 1 nurse to 5 or 7 patients, depending on the severity of what's going on that ward or in that area. And with the shortfalls as they are, the ratios are currently standing at about maybe 1 nurse for every 12 patients. So we have about, in and around, we're about 3,000 nurses short in the UK. But since like 2010...
Do you say 3,000 short? Is it not even more than that?
Yeah, well, in Northern Ireland it is. It's about 3,000. So we're recruiting internationally, but these are also from countries that have shortages of nurses as well. So, I mean, morally and ethically, we probably shouldn't be doing that. But, we're in a scenario where we have to advertise jobs here, there and everywhere for nurses to come and work and, I suppose, offer people that choice. I wanted to go to Canada and work. A nurse from India wants to come to the UK and work. There's no difference.
No.
So perhaps if people here, and when I say here, I mean the UK, if we were presented with a piece of paper that at the end of, say, a delivery or, an episode of care when you're being discharged off home, here's your piece of paper with your invoice and this is how much this day would have cost you, would perhaps give people a new kind of view or insight into actually how much care costs. The equipment that's used and people's time and people's skills and, down to how many bin bags are ordered every month, it all costs money. And we just don't know, I think, because we're not presented with the bill. People have no idea how much things cost and they're just like, whatever. Yeah. Plus the fact that it's run badly as well, and because we're so short staffed at the minute, we're having to try and meet that shortfall with agency staff, and the amount of money that's being hemorrhaged through agency costs is huge. A quarter of all shifts in every hospital in the UK have adequate staff on them, but because, like I said, the activity of the NHS is increasing all the time, there's still a third of those shifts. There will still be care left undone because of time pressures, even when there is adequate staff. And so you think it's bigger than you have to pay us more money.
Yeah, plus you're expected to start work at 6:30 in the morning and work till 8:30 at night. It's a given that you have to do night shift. It's a given you have to work weekends. So you get 27.5 grand, you pay all your fees, you pay for your car parking, you pay for all your uniform. On your picket sign, you can write "First Look Gnomes, listen to the podcast."
I can, and I shall.
Yes.
There's always a marketing opportunity.
Always.
Leslie Ann's like, I won't listen to it, but I'll tell other people to do it for you.
People come up, what's this podcast? I don't know.
I don't know, something that they do.
Go and listen to episode 5. About 36 minutes in, you'll hear me talking about it.
Well, no, this isn't episode 5. This is episode special.
Special, yeah.
Okay, well, very good.
Episode 5 hasn't happened yet.
I beg your pardon. Listen to the Christmas special, people.
Yeah. First Look Gnomes supports RCN.
Well,
Hey.
because this is the Christmas special, we shall move on to some Christmas stuff. Because it's Christmas after all, people. This is a Christmas
It is.
podcast. For those listeners who want to know, Georgie is wearing her festive hat. Williams is wearing his festive jumper.
I'm wearing my. It's my Christmas gnome hat.
And he's drinking a baby.
And now you're thinking about, I've drank all my 3 drinks. So, yeah, I'm looking around the utility room. I've got a bottle of Iron Brew, but there's no alcohol in that, so I'm going to leave that one alone. And we'll move on to the last first look of the day, which is.
Well, I think Georgie's got a bonus first look as well.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there.
Have I?
No, you can do your first look, but I think there's another first look. Yeah. We'll get to it in a
I've
bit.
got another
Oh,
Okay.
this could be a special, people.
have I?
I'm going to propose again on live and air.
It's a bonus special.
Bonus special. Okay, well,
I don't know what. I don't know what you
I'll
mean.
rattle through one quickly.
Haven't.
So, listeners, Christmas. What would Christmas be without Christmas music and the Christmas chart and the battle for Christmas #1?
Ooh.
Oh my God, you're releasing a
We
single.
are releasing the first Gnomes Christmas single called Gnome Gnome Gnome. Oh, no.
Oh my God.
No.
Surely it'd be Thank
No,
You
it'd be,
Gnome It's Christmas.
It's a fan of the Christmas movie Gnome Alone. So,
Hey.
no, but in all seriousness, people, I don't know about any of you, but I am a big fan of the pop charts. And I love the whole battle for Christmas #1, and I love Christmas music. And I start listening to Christmas music from April to get me in the spirit. So the last few weeks, we've been getting the odds in now for the Christmas #1 of 2022.
Oh.
Would you like to hear what is an offer? So,
Yes, please.
the favourite, drum roll please, the favourite Christmas #1 2022 this year. So again,
Oh, sorry. You can edit the drum roll in, can't you? I was doing a drum roll.
Just so you know, this is for our UK listeners. There is a big chart battle every year for the Christmas #1. For the last 4 years in a row, it has been a charity single by the group Lad Baby. They were the first ever artist to get 4 Christmas #1s, and the odds are that this year they will get #5 too. However, they haven't actually decided if they're going to release a song yet, but they're still the odds-on favourite to get a Christmas #1. So I wouldn't personally be putting my money there. They were the sausage rolls people.
The sausage
Oh,
roll.
no, we've lost Georgie, by the way.
No, the sausage
Oh
roll.
no.
The excitement got to Georgie. So listeners,
Is that the sausage roll?
she has gone. Bro, she's gone down the internet channel. But she will be back, and she will
Keep it back.
she will pick up, no problem.
She'll be back.
Christmas #1, #2 is a group called the Sidemen, who are YouTube stars who have teamed up.
Cybermen?
Yeah, you'll know these, Williams. You're down with the Ute.
As in Doctor Who?
The Sidemen, is that a band from Doctor Who?
Oh, it's the Cybermen.
Not the Cybermen, the Sidemen. YouTube stars who have teamed up with rapper JME for a song about drilling. Ooh. Yes.
About drilling.
About drilling. A Christmas drill song. And they're
Sounds
the second
festive.
favourite to get the Christmas #1. After that, Williams, something you may have heard before, 3 Lions. They're the third favourite. If the 3 Lions, so Badil, Skinner and the Lightning Seeds.
I heard it was football's coming gnome.
Football's coming in. Hey, very good. Well, if England do actually manage to get to the semi-final, the final, there's a good chance that they would get there. My pick for Christmas #1 this year, and I know Leslie Ann will back me on this, and it's the 4th favourite for the Christmas #1. It is, and I'm gonna play this to you. I'm gonna play it down the microphone
play it.
because me talking about Christmas #1s is no good. But this is the one I like. This is what I would like to be #1. It's a man I respect. It's a man I admire. It's he's
Lionel?
No. He's better than Lionel Richie. Hang on, that's our podcast. I don't want to go in there. Why don't my library?
That rubbish.
It's because I've got 2 things called First Look Gnomes. Okay, so are you ready? Hopefully you can hear this.
I doubt Georgie can.
Well, Georgie probably won't be able to hear it, but you hear that? Okay.
Sweet Caroline, is it?
Hey up.
Begin to know it's growing strong within the spring.
I know it's growing.
Believe you've come
I'll
along.
punch you in the face, you doctor.
Reaching out, touching.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury.
She's coming back. She's coming back.
Georgie's coming back. She's just missed Sweet Caroline, but she's coming back.
Christmas number one potential.
So, it's the fourth favourite for the Christmas number one. Tyson Fury,
Gosh.
aka the Gypsy King, covering the 1969 Neil Young classic, Sweet Caroline, with all proceeds going to Talk Club Mental Health. So,
Nice.
for those who don't know, I was ridiculing Tyson Fury. I loved Tyson Fury.
He's growing on me, Tyson Fury. I wasn't too sure of him before, but
I had a baby called Venezuela. Like Tyson Fury sounds like a Keith Lemon character from Bo Selector. It's brilliant. But in all seriousness, the fact that he's raising money for mental health, the stuff that he has done to try and get blokes to talk about how they feel and how they can get over their mental health, is absolutely brilliant. The man should be lauded. And I know he's a boxer who punches people in the head, and sometimes he doesn't do himself any doesn't say the right thing, but I think deep down he seems like he wants to help people.
that's good. I mean, the biggest killer for men aged between 13 and 45, I think it is
Suicide. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a big thing.
So we got that, and then fifth favourite. Now, Leslie Ann would have already heard this week.
When you say fifth favourite, is that sort of bookies?
This is the bookies, yes. This is the bookies' favourite. So number one's Lad Baby. Number two is The Sidemen. Number three is Badil and Skinner. Number four is Tyson Fury. Number five is one called, do you know the comedian Jason Manford? Mancunian comedian.
Yeah.
He had released a song.
You don't sound convinced.
Well, you'll be convinced by the music. You'll recognise him if you saw him. He's released a song called Assembly Bangers. Now, again, this won't mean much to people listening outside of the United Kingdom, but all of us went to schools, Church of England schools, where in the morning you went to assembly. I'm making an assumption there, Williams. Did you go to a Church of England school or similar?
I don't know. There's a school.
In the morning, did you have assembly and sing hymns and prayers?
We did the trees of the field clap their hands.
Well, this is
sung that one.
There you go. This is it.
I did not go to Church of England school, but very similar.
Same kind of makeup.
We all have trees, so
Jason Manford has done a dance version. Of anyone who listens to this, there was a book called Come and Praise where we all used to get the books and sing. And Jason Manford has made a dance version of these hits, all amalgamated, called Assembly Bangers. I'll play you some of it now. He's got
Assembly Bangers.
Yeah, so it's a dance and remix of songs from school, like the likes of This Little Light of Mine. The whole world is in his hands. Lord of the Dance. Have a listen, see what you think.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Well, this is fifth favourite.
This is fifth favourite. So the song grows, and it basically mixes all these songs that you kind of they're burnt into your soul because you sang them when you were 7. And you're like, I know that song. What do I know that song from? Oh, yeah, I remember. It's because we sung it every morning in assembly. So he is number 5 favourite. So Lad Baby, The Sidemen, 3 Lines, Tyson Fury, and Jason Manford generally bring me on to an idea of, okay, well, they're all a bit shit. So are there any good Christmas songs coming out, Williams? So that's the question everybody wants to know. So I've had a
Are there, Craig? Are there?
There are indeed. There are a couple. So I'm going to recommend something. So listeners, I would go and if you're after a good Christmas song this year, that's new, something to add to your collection, I'd go for it. There's one called Winter Love Affair by someone called Joe Harrop and Paul Edis. I've heard that and I'm like, actually, that's quite a nice Christmas song if you're looking for something to add to your list that's different. There's one called So Much Wine by Phoebe Bridgers, which is quite good as well. It's quite a nice warm one. And then, Williams, I've discovered some old Christmas songs that I didn't know exist. So one from last year that Leslie Ann and me discovered recently.
It's so good.
Which she knows what I'm talking about already.
Wait for it.
An old one I like, which you might be playing maybe, is the hippopotamus one. Have you heard that one?
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
that's a good one.
That's like definitely top 10 favourite.
It's one of your faves, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah, love it.
So, I'm just going to play this for you because this song is genius. It came out last year and it went by us, but I'm going to play it for you.
Time to celebrate the season. Haven't eaten all day. My tummy is growling cause I've been saving up space. I've got my place at the table. Can't fit no more on my plate. I've got my fork in my hand, ready to stuff my face. So bring on the turkey, potatoes, casserole dishes cause I ain't messing around with them.
That's a good
Button-up
one.
breeches, you've got them skinny jeans on. Girl, I feel sorry for you cause I just tried everything. And I'm going back for round 2. I got my stretchy pants on. Stretchy pants, I got my stretchy pants on. Stretchy spandex and lycra. You better work it for me cause I'm about to expand this band of elasticity. I got my stretchy pants on. Stretchy pants, I got my stretchy pants on. Stretchy. Fruitcake, I'll try it. Ambrosia, I'll try it. Count Bertha's nonna pudding with a cherry on top. Cookies, I'll have some old gingerbread. Leave no crumbs, gargle down some eggnog.
Stretchy pants.
And that didn't get number one.
I don't even know if it got released in the United Kingdom. The American listeners, so for the American listeners out there, it's by Carrie Underwood. I'm sure you can recognise. She's got a bit of sass. She's from Nashville.
Sass.
And I just like some of the rhymes of that song. She's going around for casserole dishes, and she's not messing around with button-up breeches. I'm like, it's an actual attempt at a Christmas song rather than like just covering Silent Night or All I Want for Christmas Is You. She's actually trying to make a decent song. I quite like it.
Christmas.
You're a fan, aren't you, Leslie Ann?
Oh, love it. Love the stretchy pants.
And we all do need a bit of stretchy pants. And there's also
Now, for the listeners, there'll be a seamless non-break. I'm going to go get.
Sorry, everybody. I have no idea what happened. You may have noticed I'm now sitting lower because I'm on my bouncy ball.
Oh, very good. Ooh. It's quite off-putting watching you bounce up and down on that ball. We should all do it.
Remember that ball. Remember that ball, Bob. Remember that.
I do remember that ball. Pelvic floor.
Can't get enough of it.
So Craig was showing us some first looks at potential Christmas.
So I can tell you what I last heard. The last thing I heard was do 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 do. Then silence.
So that led us nicely into my Tyson Fury impression. You big dosser bum.
Your bum.
I'm Tyson Fury and I'm releasing a Christmas single for number 1.
That's actually a pretty good impression.
No, it is, because it's the real Tyson Fury, you big dosser. I'll smash you in your face. I don't care if you've got a baby girl in you. I'll smash him too. Twice on a Sunday.
That's actually pretty good, but I reckon I could take him.
You couldn't take Tyson Fury, did you think? You bum. But, all jokes aside, I'm releasing a Christmas single. Christmas number 1, mate.
You sound more like.
Are you?
You sound more like
Craig
Selector.
Yeah.
Hey, kids. Craig, Tyson Fury's after you, kid. Mixing your drinks is starting to have an effect.
I think you've been in that cupboard.
It has been in the cupboard. So I was just going to say, yes. So Georgie, we talked about Tyson Fury. He's releasing a single for Christmas number 1, and we went through some other ones. Most of them are terrible. Then we went through some that are actually good, but have got no chance of becoming Christmas number 1. And then you're just in time for the Christmas quiz.
Hey!
So
Love a quiz.
as we're talking about Christmas music and Christmas number 1s, I'm going to call this number 1s and number 2s.
Because it's Christmas, I've got some Rose's chocolates.
Well, there you go. So I'm going to tell you some songs, and you've got to tell me if they were a number 1 or a number 2 at Christmas.
Hey.
No jokes about number 1s and number 2s, but yes. So
I'm not into all competitive, but do we have buzzers? Are you going to ask individual questions? What's the format here?
You can all put your vote. I'll tell you the song, and you can tell me if it was a number 1 or number 2. And you can keep.
I'm going to edit so I win.
You
basically.
can keep your own score. No cheating, Williams. So there are. Let me count how many there is. 1, 2.
Well,
3,
I don't
4,
think
5,
you should
6.
make us keep our own scores. I'm unattended and competitive. So.
Well, there are 7. There are 7 songs, and you've got to tell me if they were number 1 or number 2 at Christmas. Were they a Christmas number 1 or a Christmas number 2?
Okay.
Okay, bonus points if you can tell me the year of the song. So let's start. Let's start with a big Christmas hit. Wham! Last Christmas. Was Wham! Last Christmas a Christmas number 1 or a Christmas number 2? Leslie Ann.
I'm going to have to say number 1.
Williams.
Number 2.
Georgie.
I've got some additional questions.
Okay. please ask these additional questions.
There's always one.
Simple quiz, I thought.
Two options.
What about number 3?
Is this on its original release? Because I feel like this has been released 1,000 times.
Not re-released, no. Original release back in the day.
It's first looks. It's first.
The first release, but in that case, it's number 2, I think.
Okay, and anyone want to hazard a guess at the year? You can all have a guess at the year.
1979.
LA?
81. Oh, sorry.
Georgie said 81.
I was going to say, 89. No idea.
You're all rubbish at years. The year was
I wasn't born.
1984,
Yeah, I wasn't born.
and George Michael was number 2.
Yes!
So if you said number 2, give yourself a point. Next question. Slade. That's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Was Slade Merry Christmas, everybody? Shut up, your book. No, that's Tyson Fury. He's not Chewbacca. Was Slade Merry Christmas, everybody a Christmas number 1 or a Christmas number 2? Georgie.
Number 1.
Williams.
Number 2.
LA.
I'm going to say number 2.
And anyone has the guess of the year?
76.
75?
77.
1973. You're all terrible at years. But I can,
Again.
I can.
None of us were born.
No, but do you not watch? Did you not used to watch the Now Music Channel and the Box when they played all
No.
these things? And no, okay, fair enough. And I can confirm that Slade Merry Christmas, everybody was a Christmas number 1 in 1973. Next
2 for 2.
Next one of my favourites. When a Child is Born by Johnny Mathis.
When a child is born.
Number 1
I know this
or a
one.
number 2.
I know it. I know
Okay,
it.
I'll come to you last, Leslie Ann. Williams. Number 1 or 2.
Number 1.
Number 1. Georgie, what about you?
I couldn't possibly top that beautiful rendition. I believe it's number 1.
And do we want to hazard a guess at the year?
No.
Leslie Ann, you say you know it. Was it a number 1 or a number 2?
It was a number 1.
It was. Anyone want to have a guess at the year for a bonus
I know
point?
it was. I said it was.
1972.
Close, Williams, but no.
71?
Oh, wrong way. No.
Oh, 1 year out.
Pab?
Yeah, I can't remember the year they did. This appeared on a Christmas quiz that I've already completed this
Oh,
festive season.
Have a guess. Have a
That's,
guess.
that's how I know it was number 1. And the number, so I'm struggling to remember it.
Okay.
I'm going to say 73.
She was wrong. It was 76.
Way!
Yeah, not by 1 year though.
The next one. Williams, one of mine and Williams' favourite joint bands, The Darkness.
Oh.
Christmas time. Don't let the bells end. Was The Darkness a number 1 or a number 2? Georgie, what say ye? The year on this
Number
might shock you as well. You
Number
were born.
2. I was
Number
born.
2.
I remember the trousers.
Williams, number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Fab?
2.
Oh, I don't know. Number 1?
It was not. It was a number 2.
Yes!
Should have been a number 1. It was, if memory serves me right, it was kept off number 1 by Gary Jules and bloody Mad World.
I was thinking it was either Mad World or one of the many pop star, pop idol
No, it's Mad
jobs.
Well,
Right.
now you're thinking about that, What was the year? Georgie?
2001.
Close, but wrong. Williams?
It was the same year that we saw them in Nottingham. When we were at
You
university.
two are so cool.
We are so cool. We watched we watched him ride a tiger
Around the arena, yeah, we did.
a flying tiger backwards.
He wasn't on cocaine at all.
So that means
You might have to edit that out, legal reasons.
he was when we were about 20.
Hurry up, Williams, get the
years
bloody year.
2005.
Google
Oh, you-
faster.
2005. We were there. How do you not remember that? Right, Leslie Ann, it wasn't 2005. What year was it?
No, it was 2000, sometime between 2002 and 2005, because I remember listening to it at university. I can narrow it down no more than that.
You're going to have to pick one now, Bab, if you want a bonus point.
3.
First one to get a year right, 2003. Well done.
Well done.
Okay, the next
good.
one. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. LA.
Number 1.
Williams.
Number one.
Georgie.
Number 1.
Mariah Carey never got to number 1. He got to number 2. In what year? LA.
89?
89.
I have no idea.
Williams.
From that reaction, 92.
Oh, close. Georgie.
91.
Wrong way. 94. 94.
I was a baby.
The next one. Stay,
Zero excuse.
Stay Another Day. Stay Another Day by E17.
Baby, if you've got to go
Williams.
away.
Was E17 and their big coats a Christmas number 1 or a Christmas number 2?
It was a Christmas number 1.
Georgie, what do you think?
I think it was a Christmas number 1, and I still think it's a good classic. I know everyone says it's miserable, but I like it.
Oh, it's a great Christmas song.
I like it.
Leslie Ann, what about you, Bab?
I want to say it was a number 1. I hope it was a number 1. I like that one.
It was a number 1.
Yeah.
What was the year?
Oh, now.
1997.
Oh,
97.
That one.
98.
98 from Georgie. 90. Okay, you're all wrong, but I'll give you another go with it. We've already had this year.
2002.
No.
I've got to be honest, Craig.
Can't be earlier than that, can it?
It's one of the years we've already said.
Yeah, I can't remember what any
No,
of those
I didn't
were.
write them down because I got them all wrong.
It's nearly
Okay.
midnight. I don't
Well,
know.
you all lose the double bonus point. E17, Stay Another Day, kept Mariah Carey off the number 1 spot in 1994.
Ah.
1994.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
What a year for
Be
music.
interesting to for Christmas songs. There's a big one. So, last one. I don't know who's winning. We won't do a rundown of the score way to the end, but the last one, a classic. Christmas isn't Christmas without Cliff. Mistletoe and Wine.
He's doing another one this year, isn't he?
He's got a whole album called Christmas Holidays or something.
Was he not in your top 5?
Christmas, Cliff Richard. In my
Yeah.
top 5 of what?
Yeah.
The Christmas number 1s this year.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not on the list. He's not. He's not Lad
No.
Baby or Tyson Fury. He's going to keep him off. Get back, Cliff. I'll punch you, you old wrinkly bugger. That's in your tit.
Hey, David.
I think that a lot of people that would be purchasing for Christmas number 1 would listen to Radio 1 rather than Radio 2. I think that's Cliff's
Probably.
issue there.
So what do we reckon? Mistletoe and Wine by Cliff Richard. Christmas number 1, number 2.
Mistletoe and wine.
Georgie, what are you going for?
19.
I'm going to say it was a number 1, but I really hope it didn't even get in the top 10, if I'm honest.
What have you got against Paul Cliff? Williams,
Oh.
number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
That's another
Paul
podcast,
Cliff.
Georgia.
That's a,
I'm
that's a
going to
number
say
1.
that is going to take time to boil down into.
It was number 1, and I'll tell you now, it was 1988.
What about you, Leslie Ann?
Number 1. And yeah, 89.
Williams nailed it there with the year. 1988, Christmas number 1, Cliff Richard. 1988. Georgie's never been so proud. Fucking hate Cliff.
And do you know what? I'm not a fan of Cliff, but I don't hate Cliff. But that song specifically, just every time it comes on, I'm just like, can we have, like, come on. Cheer up the crowd, guys. Come on, let's go. It's just a bit...
Like a bit of Cliff. Actually talks about, the child is a king. It's actually about the meaning of Christmas rather than, oh, my baby's under the mistletoe. Look at me in my sexy Santa outfit.
Yeah, but look at me literally in my sexy Santa outfit underneath my tree, Craig, so...
You are literally... you are literally a Mariah Carey video right there.
Yeah.
Fair do. Well, what about your own Christmas favourite songs? Do you have one?
Yeah, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Is that your favourite? Mm-hmm. What about you, Bab? What's yours?
I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas also features very highly on my list.
That's a good one.
Followed up very closely with that Bette Midler classic, Mele Kalikimaka.
Yeah.
But I have to say, my absolute favourite is... and it doesn't really seem like a Christmas song at all, other than the video. But it's The Power of Love.
Oh, you do like that one, don't you? Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay.
The power of love.
The other one that I really like, that I can never remember it, and I would like to give credit to my gorgeous fiance. The Girls Aloud one about Santa.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. I can never remember what it's called, but I really like that one. Dan introduced me to that one on a road trip down to Cornwall. One of our first Christmases. He did a little Christmas playlist for the drive. Doesn't do that anymore.
It's like a cover. It's like the cover of the Ronettes or something.
The Santa Baby one. Is it Santa Baby?
No, it's not Santa Baby. Kylie does the best version of Santa Baby.
What about you,
There's a
Al?
lot I do cover, don't be silly.
Never insult girls allowed in this podcast. You will not be invited back.
I actually don't think it...
Oh no.
Rude.
Leanne.
I don't feel you're fully supportive.
What about you, Al? What's your favourite?
Oh, I don't know, actually. No, I don't know.
Do you know what I think, right?
Good chat.
This is going to be... I don't know if you would class this as a Christmas song, but it is a Christmas song. What makes a good Christmas song, right?
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells, yeah. Jingle bells.
Snow.
Real bells, snow.
Oh, the Mean Girls. The Mean
Santa.
Girls, Jingle Bells. Jingle Bell Rock.
The what?
That's a good
The
one.
Mean
It's a
Girls
good one.
Jingle Bell Rock.
From the Mean Girls movie, they do Jingle Bell Rock. That's a good one.
What? Who the hell? The Mean Girls movie. You've got Wizard,
the
you've got
movie
Slade.
called
No.
Mean Girls.
I remember the movie, but you don't pick a song from that as your favourite Christmas song.
Anything Bublé at Christmas
Jingle
as well.
Bell, Jingle
Can't go wrong with a
If-
bit of Bublé.
Can't do anything. I like Bublé's Santa Baby, actually.
I'm gonna put one on. It's a bit left of centre, but I think if you
It's
hear
not stretchy pants, is it?
it's not, no. But I think when you hear this song, right? Again, it is a song. So, but does it class as a Christmas song? Even though it is a song, that I guarantee all of you say when you hear this song, you know it's Christmas.
Go on.
It's a weird one. You ready for it? See what you
Ready.
think.
Holidays are coming. No? Oh. It is, yeah. Holidays are coming.
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming.
I'm going to put it out there that may be the best Christmas song of all time, because everyone knows that song and everyone says Christmas that's Christmas.
Yeah,
So-
we got
Have they
so
ever
excited.
released it?
It's on
They should do,
Spotify.
shouldn't
I
they?
just found it on Spotify, so
Was
all the
it?
streaming services are available.
Are available.
But
Yeah.
Until they give you an
can also listen to
exclusivity
podcasts.
deal, and then they're not.
But I don't think whenever you see the top 100 Christmas songs, that's never there. And I think
No?
globally, that's probably one of them songs where like it's Christmas now. I've seen the Coke advert.
Oh.
Great
the
shout, Hodgkins.
Refreshing beverages that are fizzy and full of sugar are
Shall we
available.
move on to Georgie's final mini
Yes,
first look?
please.
Yeah.
If she knows what it is, because when we asked her last time, she didn't think she had one.
I messaged
I may have been reminded
Okay.
during the technical fault. So it's my advent calendar this year.
I saw that in the background earlier.
Hodgkiss, you're sacked.
For the listeners, it's a Harry Potter Hogwarts
It's a
calendar.
Hogwarts advent calendar. And I don't get any chocolate in it. No. I don't get little pictures. So far, I have received an eraser. I would say rubber, but I know Craig will be rude. An eraser with a golden egg on it, golden dragon egg. I have received a golden snitch transfer tattoo.
Nice.
I have received, so far unblown up because I don't have a straw, Hogwarts balloon.
Nice.
Yeah, it didn't come with a straw.
I have some tickets for the train.
Yeah.
This is so painful.
I have a chocolate frog Albus Dumbledore card.
Nice.
Tiny and cute.
It's so cute. I've also, it's up on
The first day was the best one.
The first day was the best one so far. He's currently on the tree. Don't think I've forgotten that you haven't told us who's won the quiz, by the way, Craig.
I have no idea. I wasn't keeping score.
I was. I've got a Christmas decoration of Dobby.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Isn't he cute?
Any good?
Did you buy this for her, Williams?
Yeah.
He's even got, if you look at that shoulder, he's got a little sock.
That's class.
Yeah. It's really good, isn't it? So, we can open number 9 together if you desire.
Yes, please.
It's the 9th today. You might not be listening to it on the 9th, but you won't be listening to it on the 9th.
It is currently the 9th. It's a little hole. It's a little window.
I'm not saying anything, Williams.
Craig. The eyebrow. For the listeners, the eyebrow did go up.
It is... Oh,
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Hang on.
Oh.
Georgie doesn't know what it is.
It is a little... It looks like tape.
Right.
Oh, I think it's... Is it
Sellotape.
that washi tape stuff?
Washi tape.
Yes, washi tape. It's the tape that you can use to decorate your diaries and your journals and your school
What do you
books
mean?
and stuff.
Pencils and stuff.
Yeah, it's
And they always have really cool designs on them.
and it's got a picture of Ron and some glasses and 9 3/4 and the Deathly Hallows and a stag and a Christmas tree and a Christmas pudding and a Hedwig
Very good.
and a Hermione and such things. So
Very nice.
bet you can't wait till I wrap up Braden's Christmas present.
That's so amazing.
That's
It's
a good
such a
advent
good
calendar. That
calendar.
is.
A really good one.
Oh, we're sharing a
Very
spare.
good.
We didn't get each other advent calendars this year, did we? But I mean,
No.
let's be honest though, right? We're 10 years married now. These two aren't even married yet, so
We're sharing this one.
Nice. Did you get
Don't even
Braden
get one of my own. Didn't get one of my own. Didn't get a Hogwarts one. I have to share a Dairy Milk one.
And we wonder why I'm the big fan of First Look Gnomes
So
and
it's,
Leslie Ann hasn't listened to it yet. Like, I
let's be
feel
honest,
Day
right?
9. Who's had 5 chocolates? Who's had 4 chocolates?
I've had one,
I've had 2, maybe 3.
and the rest of
I
the
don't
doors
think
not
we've,
opened.
we probably haven't even opened the doors.
And let's be honest, over since we've been married, how many advent calendars have you bought me, and how many have I bought you? Just wondering out of interest.
Yeah, how many have you bought me?
9. This is the first year I didn't get you one.
9.
How many have you bought me? What's 9 minus 9? 0? 0?
Pretty
You want
much,
equality? I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go on strike. I'm gonna go on strike. That's what I'm
Listen,
gonna do.
I didn't actually ever say I wanted equality, so, you know.
It's a fair point. I want to be treated like a princess. No, this year was just.
And this is a first look at divorce.
Yeah, this is the first look at our future.
We had
Once we get married.
we had other things that we had to do for the 1st of December this year. Celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary. So,
Congratulations
We
for that,
did,
by the
Yes.
way.
Congratulations.
So
So
there was
10
definitely
years
other stuff going
married,
on.
how many years together?
14. So we got engaged. We got engaged early. So
Is it?
Do you want to check that with Lizzie Ann's face?
2009 when we actually met in the February of 2009.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, we
went on
did,
our
yeah, yeah.
first date on St Patrick's Day 2009.
Yeah.
And then I proposed to you in the October of 2010. So we hadn't been together very long before I proposed. We moved in after we were together for a year. Then we moved in together. Then I proposed.
In New York, wasn't it?
And then New York, yeah. And then so we were together about 18 months. Then we proposed, and we were engaged for 2 years and 2 months before we got married. So about 4 years pre-marriage, and then 10 years post-marriage.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
And
But I
that,
mean,
ladies and gentlemen of the listening force, is why Leslie Ann has not yet listened to the first Look Gnomes.
absolutely
Been together
true.
so long, she's had enough of listening to Craig's voice.
She literally listens to me and Braden yibber yabber, jibber jabber all day, every day. We just
Jibber
the
jabber,
pair of us
jibber
just
jabber,
talk.
jibber jabber all day. All day.
So here you go. Have some peace and quiet. Listen to me talk some more.
So who won the quiz?
Did
Well,
you
okay,
keep your
so-
own scores, everybody?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Williams,
I've got-
what did you get? It was out of 14.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
do you mean out of
then
four?
double points.
Whoa,
I had 6.
What do you mean out of 14? It was out of 7 with bonus points.
7 for the thing, and 7, and you could have got 7 bonus points.
Yeah.
So it's out of 14.
I had,
But there's
I had
only one
6.
person got a bonus point. There's only Williams who got a bonus point.
I got 5 plus bonus point, 6.
I got 6, no bonus points.
Oh,
Oh.
what did you get, Bab?
3.
Oh, so we've got a tie at the top of the table. Does that mean we need to have a tiebreaker?
Probably best we don't, isn't it?
No, I think it's best we do.
Okay.
Tiebreaker, okay.
Let her win, Craig. Let her win, please.
Okay, there we go. So,
Because I can lock the back door.
let me find one.
Rude.
Do you want? I suppose it is the Christmas podcast, so we should really ask for a Christmas one, shouldn't we? Okay. Let's go. Okay. Well, we all know Band-Aid 1 in 1984 was Christmas number 1.
Do they?
What about Band-Aid 20 in 2004?
Oh, God.
Was that a number 1 or was that a number 2? Williams.
Number 2.
Number 1.
Williams, did you really think that was a number 2? Or are you saying that because you knew it was a number 1 and you wanted Georgie to win?
I'm not gonna say.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why they remember to get out their advent calendars, and Williams knows to let the girl win. Well done, Georgie. The winner of the quiz is Georgie.
And I'm competitive enough to take it. I don't
Take the
care
win.
how I win, it's a win.
Just for the listeners know, the bouncing on her ball has just got more vigorous.
Actually,
That is not a euphemism. She's literally bouncing on a birthing ball because she's nearly 8 months pregnant.
Sure am.
So what type of peas ruin Christmas dinner?
Happies?
MPs.
Hey.
These are all new for 2022, by the way. Why did Kate Bush need to turn the heating off? Because she
Don't
keeps
know.
running up that bill.
Hey.
Why are Wilson? This is quite a funny one, actually. This one genuinely made me laugh.
I think there's a reason that Dan is the one that takes control of the jokes at the end of every episode. That's all I'm
I will
saying.
let him. But
As a fan.
This one was genuinely quite funny. Why are Will Smith and Chris Rock not having turkey this Christmas? Because they've got beef.
That is quite good, actually.
Anyway, sorry, Williams. I will hand over to you now. The
Come
fans'
on.
favourite.
Come on, Dan, bring back the funny.
A man is walking through the forest and he discovers a gnome. If you step on a purple mushroom, you'll be forced to marry the ugliest person in the world, warned the old gnome. So the man continued carefully through the woods. He didn't step on any purple mushrooms. Suddenly, a beautiful woman walked up and said, "We have to get married." "Why?" asked the man, smiling. "I just stepped on one of those pesky purple mushrooms," she says.
Very good.
Oh, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Why do gnomes laugh when they go for a run? Because the grass tickles their balls.
Very good.
You can sense the level of our humour.
What do you get if you cross a gnome, Santa, and a duck?
Gnome, Santa, and a duck. I don't know. What do you get?
Small Christmas quacker.
Very good.
Two more.
Yeah.
What happened to the gnome who stole an advent calendar? He got 25 days.
Very good.
Mine only goes up to 24.
And finally, what game did the first Look Gnomes play with Rudolph at their sleepover?
I don't know. What game
Hang on,
did
is
the
this a
first
joke?
Look Gnomes?
What did the first Look? No, okay, go on.
What game did the first Look Gnomes, Walliams and Mr. Hodgkiss, play with Rudolph at their sleepover?
I don't know. What game did they play with the gnomes at their Rudolph with their sleepover?
Truth or Dare?
Oh dear, I think is what we need. Where we end up.
Oh dear.
Very good.
Well, thank you all for joining our podcast, our Christmas.
Yes, thank you for joining our Christmas drinks. Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed
Well,
it.
we always finish on the gnome cliffhanger.
Who will be the Christmas number one?
Cool. We will know who's through to the Ali Pally last 16 in the darts. I can go to probably be more of a going, got in the darts.
Until the next time.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Even if I
Yeah,
did
thank
have
you.
some technical
You're welcome.
issues.
Well, the cliffhanger is: Will LA listen to First Look Gnomes podcast? Find out next.
I'm not
next
holding out much
episode.
hope, if I'm honest.
Well, I don't need to listen to this one. I've been on this one. I'll listen to the next one.
Tune in to episode 5. Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye. I had a bear been called a Venezuela.